If you want to get your first ebook published on Amazon in the next 72 hours without spending a single dollar, this is exactly how you do it. I've built a 3-day challenge that's literally helped thousands of people just like you publish their first book in 72 hours on Amazon KDP. And in this video, I'm gonna break down the framework at a high level and show you exactly what it takes. And honestly, 72 hours is generous. I've built a book in 24 hours that generated over $29,000 last year alone. So 3 days, more than enough time. Day 1 is all about foundation, your topic, your title, your cover. Day 2 is how to write a book with AI that people actually want to read. And day 3 is publish and profit, getting it live on Amazon. All for free, coming up right now. Let's go. Hey everybody, my name is Emeka and this is the Publishing Academy YouTube channel. And my goal here is to give you the best free content so you can take it, start making money with it on Amazon KDP, and then work with me so I can help you scale to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month like our students. So in this video, we're talking about how you can publish your very first book or your next book totally for free on Amazon in less than 72 hours. So I've literally helped thousands of people do this. I've done it myself many, many times. It works. So let's go through it. So first off, you have to understand that speed can be a strength, especially in the very, very beginning, right? Not all your books do you want to publish within 72 hours by any chance. But depending on where you are in the publishing process, especially if you are a first-time publisher or you're still at the very beginning figuring things out, or you're transitioning from low content, no money to high content, lots of money books, then this is definitely something you want to pay attention to. The biggest issue people have when publishing high content books on Amazon is overthinking. They overthink and overcomplicate the entire process. Look, this book that you're gonna get first published in less than 72 hours, this book is not designed to get you rich. It's designed to show you what's possible by helping you understand the publishing process for the very first, second, third time. See, the more times you go through this publishing process, the less mistakes you make. So if you're spending, months and months and months publishing your first book or your second book, lots of times you're spinning your wheels and you're doing things that are completely irrelevant, or you're publishing a book that's set up to fail from day one and you didn't even know it. By taking the time and getting a book published within 72 hours, following the framework that I'm going to be covering in this video, it helps you make mistakes on those shorter, earlier books. So when you're ready to publish longer books, the chance of success is that much higher. When I was new, it used to take me months to publish my first book. I remember that, 2 or 3 months working on a book. It felt like forever. But now, especially with the frameworks and the systems that we have in place now, getting a book published, a high quality book published even, in 1 to 3 weeks is extremely possible. So why is it so common for people to spend months publishing their first book? A lot of new publishers, they're focused on the wrong thing when they're publishing their first few books. They're focused on perfection, not progress. A perfect book is not guaranteed to sell. Having a perfect book is not what makes books sell on Amazon by any means. You've probably done your research and you've seen a lot of books that are just nowhere near perfect, yet they still make money somehow. While it is important to focus on publishing high quality books, at a certain point in depending on where you are in your journey, you need to focus on understanding and learning what the publishing process is before you can really focus on publishing super high quality books that are designed to sell for the next couple decades. So there's 2 types of people who are watching this right now. There's people who are following a program, or there's people who are just going on YouTube and grabbing all the free info and trying to figure out how to publish a book. The people who are following a program, yes, you're in a program. So your books are going to take longer to publish because you have all of the information, you're following a structure, and there's so many more moving parts that go into that book versus the book we're going to publish in the next 72 hours. So the people who are not in a program and you're just finding this for the first time on YouTube or whatever the case is, this is exactly for you, because trying to piece together everything on YouTube, it's a nightmare. It's confusing, it's frustrating. There's, information that you just don't know where to take. But I've done my best to eliminate all of that and giving you a structure 100% for free so you can just follow it. So you can find the topic, you can write the book, publish the book and start making money with that book from day one without having to make a massive investment in a program, especially when you're brand new and especially when you're figuring out this business for the first little bit, guys. And I want you to remember this saying, done is better than perfect. You can get a book published in less than a week that will completely change your life. It might not be this book, it might be the next book. We don't know when that book's going to come, but it can happen. And it's happened for me. I used this software called Guided Book Flow by Dibley, and I wrote a book in under a week. Last year alone, that book made me over $81,000. And it took less than a week to publish. So it's not about finding weeks to prepare. It's not about finding weeks to write. It's about just sitting down and getting this done over the next few days so you can finally hit publish and start making money on Amazon. So let's talk about what day one covers. Day one covers the foundation. And this is the end all and be all if your book's going to be successful or not. The foundation, of course, starts with what we call the topic. The topic is what your book's going to be about. Do you write about whatever you want? Sure, if you want, but if you're focused on making money, your topic needs to be something that's already making money on Amazon. So the best way to find out what's already making money on Amazon is by using this free tool called Kip Scout. Kip Scout will tell us exactly what's making money on Amazon so we don't have to guess what we're going to publish our books on. When I publish a book, I'm not guessing that this topic is going to make money. I publish it knowing 100% that there are books like it already making money on Amazon, that customers are already buying this book. So when I publish it, I just have to find a way to publish a better book, one that hits the customer a little closer to the heart and that they want my book more than books that are currently already for sale. So when you're using Kip Scout, remember this, what you're looking for are books that are making over $500 a month in sales, that have less than 150 reviews, and there's at least 3 self-published books that are meeting the first 2 criteria. As long as you can hit that, then that book's good to go. You can go ahead, publish a book on that topic, and that book's going to start making money. Now, on day one, once you got your topic locked in, that's when we focus on what are we going to call the book? What's the title going to be? And your title is so important because your title is the second thing that they see. The first thing we're going to cover in a second, but the title needs to tell the customer exactly what they're going to get when they read this book. Not what the book's about. It's what are they going to get? Where are they going to be after they read their book? What are they going to have accomplished by reading your book? And then once we got the title dialed in, then we create the cover. And I know the cover can scare a lot of people away, but there are so many easy ways to create covers now, especially with AI, of course. You can create covers that are absolutely just crushing it. In fact, the last book that I just published, it was a 100% created by AI, and the cover was 100% created by AI as well. Yet it doesn't even look like AI, because that's the thing I'm most stingy about. It's like, I don't want my covers looking like an AI cover because I think it just kind of looks lazy. But I was like so impressed with this new software. I was like, not bad, not bad. But once again, I don't want you to obsess over, is this the perfect title? Is this the perfect cover? Because this book just needs to be done. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's not the purpose of this book that we're going to get published over the next 3 days. So day 2, what are we focused on? Day 2 is all about creation. It's writing the book. So what is the one biggest mistake people make when using ChatGPT to write a book? They're using ChatGPT to write a book. ChatGPT has been the end all and be all for a while, but is no longer the GOAT when it comes to AI writing or really anything AI. Claude is just so much better. Now you're gonna be like, hey, Emeka, but in your 3-day challenge, you're using ChatGPT to help us write a book. 100%, because you still can't do the customization that I've built into the custom GPT on Claude yet. When we can, it'll be updated. So we're using ChatGPT to write the book, and then we're putting that entire manuscript into Claude to clean it up, to edit it, and to make sure it doesn't sound like lazy AI. And that's the secret sauce right now. It's kind of using both at the same time. Now, if you're wondering, hey, what type of prompts are you using to make sure that it doesn't sound like AI and all of that? Well, don't worry about that. In the custom GPT that I've built, that is part of the 3-day challenge, it takes care of all of that for you automatically. I wanted to make this as easy as possible for you. And so that's why I literally spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of building this custom GPT for you. So it eliminates all the worry and all the thinking that you have to do when it comes to writing your actual book topic. Now, I will give you 2 tips when you're using AI, any AI, and you're writing your book. Always, always, always ask it to reanalyze or reevaluate what it just wrote, the output it just gave you. Because if you get AI to second guess itself, it's going to run through what it just gave you. It's going to find all the holes, all the lazy AI sounding stuff, all the things that just don't work in that first draft, and it's going to rewrite it. And it's going to be so much better the second or the third time that you go through it. The other thing that you can do when you're using AI is make sure you ask it to ask you questions before it continues. Because what it's going to do is AI tends to be a yes man, especially ChatGPT. So if you prompt it to ask you certain questions before continuing, it's going to ask you questions for information that it doesn't have from the context that you're doing. And that's going to make your output so much better. And guys, this might sound like two really easy, simple things to do, but I'm telling you, the majority of people who are publishing on Amazon are not doing that. And so if you just add these 2 extra steps into your workflow or your process, your books are going to be so much better. And that's going to stand apart from when your customers are reading it and your descriptions and everything. It might sound like insignificant, but it makes a massive difference on Amazon. Hey, real quick, if you want to publish a book on Amazon and make money from it, I got this for you. I'm running a free 3-day publish and profit challenge. By the end of it, you'll have a book published on Amazon and making your first sales. I've been publishing for over 9 years. I've published hundreds of books, helped thousands of people do the same. If you don't know where to start, or you can't find a profitable topic, or you just don't want to waste time or money, this is for you. Day 1 is finding your topic, creating a book title, getting your cover locked in. Day 2, it's all about building your book. It's doing the research, creating the outline, and writing your entire book. And then day 3, polishing your book, publishing it on Amazon, and showing you how to generate your first sales. And this is free. I'm showing you the exact way to build this business without having to hide it behind a paid course. You're also going to get my free support group, and you're going to get the custom GPT that I built specifically to help you with this challenge. Just click the link in the description or go to publishingacademy.com/challenge. You'll get an email. It'll be the link to get into the SKOOL group. In the classroom section, everything's laid out. Go do it now. Now it's day 3. It's publish and profit time. So here we are publishing the book on Amazon. It's time to make our very first sale. Now, getting your book published on Amazon for free is simpler than you think. However, there are a few things that you want to remember in order to get your book proper visibility. Because how many times have you published a book and then nothing happens? It's probably because your book doesn't have any visibility. So how do we fix that? Well, one of the overlooked things is how important the 7 keyword slots are on the KDP dashboard. So in the 3-day challenge, I show you exactly how to find 7 keywords to use inside your book's metadata so Amazon knows exactly what type of customers to show your book to. Then after the 7 keyword slots, what do we have? We got categories. So how do you know what categories to pick? The categories that you pick will help Amazon determine where to show your book to. That is absolutely key. You can't screw up picking the wrong category. And your description. Your description needs to be really well written with copywriting. Use Claude for that. And it needs to be littered with keywords naturally. Can't just stuff a whole bunch of keywords in there. It needs to flow. It needs to make sense. I love using page numbers in there as well. There's an advanced step, but your keyword is, or your description rather, is just so important in helping your book get discovered as well. And your description, your keyword, your categories, you can really even say your A+ as well, is all of those kind of work together to improve your book's visibility. Getting this done right is the difference between a book that is simply published and a book that is positioned to sell. We want to position our books to sell. We do not just want to publish our books. We need them actually working once we hit publish. And that's what doing all these little extra steps helps do for our books. The last thing I'll cover about publishing your actual book is pricing. Where do we price our books? Well, you want to price your books so you're going to be getting around a $5 royalty. $5 is the bottom baseline that I want any of my nonfiction books to be creating. I don't care how long they are. I want a $5 royalty from them. Okay. If you're getting less than a $5 royalty, that's a really good sign. Your prices are way too low. Because why do you need a $5 royalty? Well, 1, 5 is better than 4, so it's just more money for you. More importantly, when you do start running ads, you need a buffer in there so you can run ads that are actually going to convert and make you money. If you're only making $2 or $3 per book, there's no margin for you to run ads. It's almost impossible unless you're doing stupid amounts of volume, which you're not. So you need a buffer in there. So at least $5, 6 or 7 is a better area to have your books at because it just gives you even more margin. Once you start getting to, longer books like 20 to 30,000 words, getting your royalties up to the $8 to $11 mark is key. And guys, I'll end on this. Remember, publishing your book is the starting line, right? Because now it's published. What do? We have to ensure it's going to start making sales. So now it's marketing, it's running ads, it's how to get reviews. And those are really the first two things that you should be focused on once your book is published. Can we start running very, very low cost ads while you wait for those first initial reviews to get in? And then as those reviews start building up, you start increasing your ad budget so you can start working together. But even if you're only spending about $5 a day on ads, that is absolutely key. You got to give your book a little bit of boost from Amazon so you can get that visibility and so you can start collecting data. One of the most important things that we get from running ads is the data that Amazon's giving us. It tells us exactly how our book's doing, if the marketplace is responding positively to it or negatively to it. All of that data comes from ads. There's no other way to know for sure. But then once your book starts going, what are you doing? You're focusing on your next book. Because remember, we got the rule of 5. 5 books, get 100 reviews on each, and your life will change. You don't need 20, you don't need 30, you don't need 40. You just need 5 books, and you need to get 100 reviews on every single one. If you only made that your focus for the next 12 to 18 months, you will not recognize the lifestyle that you have in the next 12 to 18 months. I didn't say 4 months. I didn't say 2 months. I didn't even say 6 months. I said 12 to 18 months because 5 books and getting 100 reviews on each, it sounds easy. It sounds like it's not a lot, but that's where the work is. Writing the book, researching the topic, all of that stuff's easy, right? Anybody can do. In fact, that's what we're getting AI to do for us now. But getting 5 books published, high quality books, and getting 100 reviews on them each, that's where the work comes in. And that's the difference between the big time publishers and the ones who just kind of flake off after 1 or 2 books. And don't let that be you. Don't quit after 1 or 2 or 3 books. The only time you're allowed to quit this business is after you've published 5 books and you've got 100 reviews on each. You could look me in the eye, you could say, Emeka, I tried it. It wasn't for me. I'm gonna go try something else. All right, I'll respect that. But if you're quitting after 1 or 2 books because shit didn't go your way, right? Because you got tired or whatever the case is, I just can't respect that. So do not give up, because I'm telling you, it can be 1 book, it could be the next book that completely changes everything for you. This has happened time and time and time again. We just have 2 great examples of students inside our classroom sharing that it was 1 book that completely just blew up everything for them. They're having absolutely insane months, doing over $1,000 a day right now, mostly because of 1 book. And that book was published not too long ago. And they had published a whole bunch of books before that, but it was 1 book that all of a sudden just blew it up. And could you imagine if they quit when things were a little tougher last year, when things weren't going their way? They would never be having the success that they're having right now because of that 1 book that they eventually got to. And the same can happen to you. All right, so that's all I have for you. So the 3-day challenge to publish your first ebook in the next 72 hours, it's 100% free. It always will be. It's there so you can finally figure this out from A to Z. You'll know exactly how to find a topic, how to write a book, how to publish it on Amazon, how to fill out all the things that you need to, and how to make your first profit on Amazon as well. So make sure you go and click the link in the description and join the 3-day Publish and Profit Challenge right now. Till next time, everybody, I'm Emeka. Peace.